A modern city in a progressive country. A country with a past, a country with a future, a country with a difference. Cecil John Rhodes, son of a parson, founder of a nation. 75 years ago, the state was born which bears his name, Rhodesia, built on the achievements of his pioneers. They found a desert land, riddled with disease and bent on self-destruction. Its 300,000 African inhabitants, settlers themselves, had one occupation, war. But the pioneers brought medicine, law and order. Now, 4 million Africans are their living testimonial. Today, Rhodesia still bears the stamp of Rhodes' personality. For this land, independent now, is dynamic too. Its lusty cities and its challenging spaces, its stand against odds and its supreme self-confidence would have met with Rhodes' approval. 75 years ago, its cities were flat, treeless wastes. Today, they surge into the high life amidst the shiny symbols of the 20th century. Some, of course, we could do without. But Rhodesia is not all flurry and pace. The past is never far away. Leave the cities, and soon the slower beat of 1,000 unchanged years is echoed in the simple ways of the rural African people. Here time seems to stand still. Watch with fascination, and then, suddenly, the spell is broken as the present drives into the past. This is Rhodesia, a land of opposites, where the old yields to the new. The opponents of change must move on. Their children see only the future, and who can blame them when it looks so bright? After all, they're growing up into a land of vast potential. Rhodesia is one of the few countries in the world today which has both virtually untouched resources and the skills to exploit them. In agriculture, industry, and mining, the achievements have been remarkable, yet the surface has barely been scratched. Rhodesia has many assets, by no means least its climate. The country lies in the continuous tropical sun, but its height takes the sting from the heat. The ideal climate and the room to enjoy it. Small wonder that Rhodesia is a paradise of sport. This is the climate for leisure, a climate for the year-round activities which reflect the varied origins of Rhodesia's inhabitants. Their traditions are blending to form a new nation. It's a climate, too, for trees and flowers, jacarandas and flamboyants, mimosa, palms and cassia. The streets are full of them. And in the gardens are those brilliant cascades of color which only the flowers of the tropics can produce. To the south, Rhodesia is more low-lying, a land of cattle and sugarcane. Fruit, too. It grows everything from avocados to oranges, plums to bananas, pineapples to peaches. The warm sun, the Sabi River and the tributaries of its southern boundary, the Limpopo, have made it the center of a vast development scheme. Here, dams and factories and farms spring up almost overnight like mushrooms out of the fertile soil. To the north, Rhodesia's boundary is the Zambezi. Its Victoria Falls are the world's greatest, and today their discoverer, David Livingstone, still gazes out at their colossal beauty. This is a fantastic wonderland of clefts and ravines, rainbows, mists, and thundering waters. A mile wide, 350 feet high, the falls flood over the rim at a rate of 75 million gallons a minute. So well has nature provided that visitors can stand directly opposite the main falls. They can watch, too, the great curtain of spray which the Africans know as Mozio Otonya, the smoke that thunders. And they can walk through the rainforest, perpetually dripping in a cloud of moisture. Here, the visitor is back in a primeval age. But water is more than a scenic attraction. It gives life, too, not least to the game with which Rhodesia abounds. Here, you can watch nature in the raw from the comfort of car or platform in Wanke National Park, one of Rhodesia's great game reserves. Lion, elephant, buffalo and buck, they're all here to be seen, unchained and free to roam. They owe their continued existence to an enlightened policy of conservation, which sees them as a precious heritage to be protected for the future. This is a photographer's paradise, a land where bush is the backdrop and game the model, a land of sunlight, scenery and action. What more could enthusiasts want? On the Zambezi, building up behind the immense Kariba Dam, lies the largest man-made lake in the world. 200 miles long, 100 miles wide in places, its waters drive turbines which provide virtually the entire power needs of two countries, Zambia to the north, Rhodesia to the south. The lake is a great new playground too, not only for the casual cruiser, but for the sportsman as well. For this is the domain of the tigerfish, and he provides the angler with a formidable foe. Kariba's power brightens the lives of all Rhodesia's citizens, for the Europeans' technology is benefiting all. Moving rapidly from the primitive, Rhodesia's Africans have the second highest wages on the continent. Their educational training and health facilities are second only to South Africa's. The figures prove it. They prove too that the European provides the money. He has brought a country from the Stone Age to the Atomic Age in 75 years. This is an unparalleled achievement. Far from being the African's oppressor, the European is his best hope for the future. And what a future it is. He will share with his white co-citizens all the amenities of a modern state. Name it, Rhodesia has it. Trunk lines and trains, TV and planes, they're all here. These are the advantages of a growing economy, an economy which already has many firsts. Rhodesia's industry is based on a wealth of natural resources. It has the biggest single coal field in the world and some of the cheapest coal. It has the world's largest deposits of chrome, lithium, and high-grade asbestos. It has the finest emeralds and almost unlimited quantities of iron ore. Rhodesia is second only to the United States in tobacco exports. It's the world's sixth largest producer of gold. It has too cobalt and copper, lead and zinc, tin and tantalite, mica, beryllium, silver and diamonds. It is self-sufficient in food. Truly, this land is a treasure house. And then, of course, there's steel, the sinew of a nation. This, then, is Rhodesia, a land of mining and minerals. a land of industry and farms. A land of beauty and power. A land of cultural awareness with the climate for leisure. Above all, this is a land of people. All have contributed and all have a say. Merit and merit alone is the criterion of progress. Rhodes decreed equal rights for all civilized men, and his words stand firm today. True, he rests now in the beautiful Matopos hills, but his ideals live on, immortalized by Kipling's noble words.
The immense and brooding spirit still shall quicken and control. Living, he was the land, and dead, his soul shall be her soul.